Good morning, everyone. This is Holly with Holly's Joys, and I want to talk about Matthew chapter 16, verse 25, and we'll see how far we get. So, anyway, I feel like I want to talk about this because I think the idea of dominion can be interpreted as domination, and I just want to talk about how that is. It's a distinctive difference. So, let's read the scripture and then we'll get into it. Says, "For whoever desires to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. For what profit it to for what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man will come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he will reward each one according to his works." So that goes to 27. And I think this is talking about not necessarily your physical life. I think it's talking about your personal desires. I'm not really sure how to word this. So I want to be careful because I, I want to be clear on what I'm actually trying to say. So, okay, like trying to dominate somebody else to behave the way you want them to. So who's whoever desires to save his life will lose it. So like your desires are so outwardly focused, maybe is a good way to look at it from what I'm understanding here, to look at somebody else and say, "Oh, you have to speak to me this way, or you have to behave that way, or you are stressing me out, or you are making me mad." And to recognize that that really isn't how it looks. You're losing your life right there. You're losing your life. You've given your power to someone else. You've decided that you aren't in charge of you. They're in charge of you. So what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? I mean, we see much of this in celebrities, and they just seem to have everything. And they have money and beauty and talent and just, I mean, incredible vacations and their romances and all this. And then they like kill themselves or they do drugs into oblivion. And that tells you right there they're losing their own soul. So, what profit is it to have 10 mansions or even one mansion and one seemingly beautiful, perfect relationship or incredible career? What profits you that if you feel so unsettled in your soul? You've lost your soul. You've completely lost touch with it, and that you don't care about yourself at all, and that you do drugs until you're dead or until you're just a vegetable, or I don't know, whatever that the example that suits what you've seen in your life. For the Son of Man will come in his glory of his Father with his angels and reward each according to his works. So if you're going out there and you're trying to bully other people to make you feel good, like you have to behave a certain way so I can feel good, that is, you, you're not going to get your reward. And I think what he's talking about for me, from what I'm understanding, is the reward that he's bringing you from heaven is a peace of mind and a love and care for yourself and others. And I think that dwells in all of us, but we do cover it up with a lot of stuff, a lot of anger, a lot of bitterness, a lot of jealousy, like jealousy of what somebody else has, that's covetousness, just all the commandments. I think sometimes that's what this is really speaking on. And it's going, let's read it one more time with kind of now where I'm going in my mind here. For whoever desires to save his life will lose it. So you desire to have your life be like that, like however that is, like this big grandiose type, I'm so talented. And maybe you are talented. There's ways to bring that into the world that bring blessing and not just like trying to dominate. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? So even if it works out that you get all those things, I mean, look how miserable the politicians are. I mean, they have the cush job of the century, right? And they're also miserable. They're backbiting each other. They're backbiting us. Yeah, I mean, it's just misery. They see nothing positive. They're crying all the time about something. And it's just sad. I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful if people began to be like joyful and say, "Oh my gosh, did you see those little bees on the flower today? It was amazing. Look how beautiful it is outside." And just enjoy each other's company. And I don't know, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm sure. So, or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? And I think they are exchanging these monetary, these material things for the happiness that they think it'll put in their soul, and it just can't. So the happiness comes from this law of one, the first do no harm. And see, and that starts with you. And you're harming yourself when you're doing that. I mean, if you look at these people, really look at their lives, and it's sad and it's heartbreaking. So let's have some compassion for each other, for yourself, and begin to appreciate yourself today. And maybe you will just find that reward according to your works, because that is your works, is beginning to uplift yourself and give yourself some, like, put some money in your own heart bank so that you can, be able to give to other people and to love and appreciate them right where they are. And that's all I have for you today. And once again, that was in Matthew 16:25 through 27. And I appreciate you. Please subscribe to the channel, like, share, do all the things, push all the buttons, comment, and we'll see you next time. Bye.